My name's Charlie, and this is the practice of not escaping life, but staying human inside. This is the no bullshit meditation for normal people, especially people in recovery, who are learning how to stay with themselves without running. Before we sit, I want to be clear about what this practice is and what it isn't. This isn't a meditation to calm you down, to clear your mind, or make you feel better. It's not about insight, positivity, or becoming spiritual. This is a recovery practice. In recovery, we often think the hardest part is stopping drinking, using, or behavioural issues. But for many people, the real work starts after, when the substances are gone, and when we're left alone with ourselves. That's when restlessness shows up. The urges, the emotions, all the old memories, a feeling of wanting to crawl out of our own skin. And when that happens, people often think something's wrong with them. But nothing's wrong. This is what happens when you stop escaping. You might hear me talk about the nervous system. I don't mean anything complicated by that. I just mean the part of you that reacts automatically before we think. The part that tightens, the part that speeds up, the part that panics, the part that shuts down, or the part that wants to get away from feeling as fast as you possibly can. In addiction, chaos, trauma, or long-term stress, the part of the body learned something important. When this feeling shows up, we escape. So, when you sit down and feel uncomfortable, restless, or bored, or agitated, that doesn't mean you're bad at this. It means your body is doing exactly what it was trained to do. This practice isn't about forcing calm. It's about gentle, teaching the body something new. That I can feel this and nothing bad will happen. I'll keep talking during this meditation. You're not being left alone. There will be short pauses, but I'm here with you always. Your only job is to sit, to breathe normally, and to notice when you want to escape. Let's arrive where you already are. Sit in a way that feels honest for your body today. Your chair or your bed or your floor, it doesn't really matter. Feel your feet touching whatever's underneath them. This isn't a grounding as a technique, it's just noticing contact. Notice the weight of your body being held. Many people in recovery carry tension without realizing it. Our shoulders, our jaw, our body, tightened, lifted, and braced. And if you notice that, you don't need to change it. Just let the body know that I am here and I'm staying for a few minutes. Now let your breath come and go naturally. No deep breathing. No controlling it. If the breath feels tight or shallow, that's okay. We are not fixing anything. And now we move into awareness. And I want to be clear about what that means here. Awareness in this practice is not insight. It's not understanding yourself better. You're not trying to figure out where feelings come and what they mean. That kind of awareness lives in the head. This kind of awareness lives in the body. It's the difference between thinking about what's happening and being with what's happening. So if your mind starts analysing, Why do I feel this? What does this mean? Am I doing this right? That's not a mistake. That's just the mind doing what it's always done, trying to take control. Here, awareness means noticing without taking over. Instead of following the thoughts, gently bring your attention back to your body. And ask yourself quietly, what is actually happening in my body right now? Not the story, and not the explanation. The physical experience. You might notice tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, pressure in your jaw, restlessness in your legs. You don't need to name it correctly. You don't need to understand it. Just notice it's there. Awareness here is not something you do, it's something you allow. You're letting experience be felt without escaping into thought, fixing, or distraction. If nothing stands out, that's fine too. Awareness can include numbness, blankness, or being quiet. That's still awareness, because you're staying present with what's real. For a long time, awareness meant danger, because awareness brought feelings that were hard to handle. Here, you're teaching the body something new. I can notice what's happening, and I don't have to leave. At some point, the urge to escape will show up. The urge to move. the urge to check your phone, the urge to open your eyes, or the urge to stop. That urge is not failure. It's survival habit. It's survival habit. For years the body learned, when this feeling appears, get out. When you notice the urge, silently name it. Name it as escaping. And now see if you can stay with that urge without acting on it for one more breath. For this is where recovery actually happens. For this is where recovery actually happens. Not in the inside, not in the willpower, but in the staying present where the urge rises and falls. If cravings show up, notice how physical they are. Notice the tightness. Notice the heat. Notice the pressure. Or notice the restlessness. Cravings are sensations, not commands. They pass whether you obey them or not. And if emotions appear, like grief, anger, sadness, or shame, we don't need to process them right now. You're teaching something more basic, that I can feel this and I can still stay. Every time you notice the urge to escape and stay anyway, you're building capacity. You're not building calm. You're not building control. You're building capacity. And when I say old wisdom, I don't mean ancient meditations or techniques or spiritual traditions. I just mean the kind of understanding people had before we tried to think our way out of everything. Before we had apps, the labels or theories, people learned how to live by staying with their experience. They learned by feeling things fully, by not running straight away, by letting life move through them. This practice isn't new. It just didn't have a name for it back then. It wasn't called meditation. It was just being human and staying present long enough to learn something real. Real that the body learns through experience, not explanation. That's why staying for one breath matters more than understanding anything. This is old wisdom, not because it's ancient, but because it's simple. And simplicity is what we have forgotten. And as we come towards the end, please don't rush to move. Notice that you stayed, not perfectly, just honestly. This practice doesn't end here. It shows up later today when discomfort appears and you remember that you can stay. That you can stay. Awareness doesn't change life. It changes how we meet life, and that changes everything.